Righto guys, welcome to Creepers, Cryptid and Paranormal Corner. This episode I'm going to be looking at the Giant of Kandahar. Before I get into it, if you haven't already liked and shared my videos and even subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. Cheers. Now let's get into it. The cryptid was encountered by American soldiers on the mountainside in Afghanistan in 2002. So it all started when a special forces team was brought in to search for an army squad that had gone missing. So the special forces went out scouting around looking for any signs of this missing squad. They actually come across a bit of US military equipment laying around on an old goat track that was heading up a mountain. So the special forces team reached the top of the mountain. They came to this big flat cleared area. It was at the opening of a massive cave. So this clearing, they found a heap more US military equipment and gear spread out all over the place. With no sign of the members of this missing army squad, the special forces team got ready to enter the cave and look for the missing squad. As they approached the cave, a giant hominoid creature came rushing out and started attacking the special forces team in a fit of rage. Now this giant creature managed to kill one of the special forces soldiers by impaling him with a giant spear, and after a gunfight that went on for several minutes, the special forces team finally took down the Giant of Kandahar. Now this squad, they just couldn't believe how much it took to bring down this creature. They were hitting it with M4s, M16s, there was even a few of the M107 Barrett sniper rifles, and they're a 50 cal round. Like, they were hammering this creature for several minutes before they could bring it down. Now after the gunfight had ended and the creature was finally taken down, a helicopter was called in with a net to extract the body, and it was taken back to base, loaded onto an aircraft and never seen again. Now on return to this base, all the Special Forces soldiers were forced to sign non-disclosure statements. The army obviously wanted to keep it under wraps and not let the public know what had happened up on this mountain. Yeah, they obviously wanted to keep it under wraps, so they were all forced to sign non-disclosure statements. But since this has happened, now the information's come out, obviously one of the soldiers has actually decided to break the non-disclosure statement and tell everyone about this ordeal they've had up on this mountaintop. I know I'd struggle to keep it to myself as well. Imagine going through all that. Just a wild encounter, eh? Now that I've spoken about the story, let's get into a bit of the description of the creature. The Giant of Kandahar is a hominoid creature that stood between 13 and 15 foot tall. That's massive, eh? Like 13 foot is just under 4 metres and 15 foot's around 4.5 metres. So when seeing a creature that's that big, it'd be pretty hard to try and work out the height of it. So even at the lower end of the estimate, that's still just under 4 metres tall. That's massive. So the Giant of Kandahar stood around 4 metres tall, red hair and a beard. The red hair would actually explain the fit of rage as it's come out try to attack the soldiers. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah, around 4 metres tall, red hair. This creature apparently had 2 rows of teeth and 6 digits on each hand and each foot. Now that's when the story starts to sound a bit like the old movies, The Wrong Turn. The creature's clothing was made out of some sort of canvas and animal hide, and it made some form of shoes. The soldiers reported it actually smelled like dead bodies. Did this creature kill and eat the missing army squad? Yeah, probably. The special forces team never found any signs of the missing squad other than the destroyed army gear and equipment out on that clearing outside the cave. Now, what was this Giant of Kandahar? Was it some form of relic hominid? Was it a surviving Denisovan? I was going to say a Neanderthal, but I don't think Neanderthals were much bigger than what Homo sapiens are. But the Denisovan fossils that have been found around the world suggest it could be something as big as that. Was it just some sort of freak of nature, like an inbred child or something that's turned out to be massive and taken up into the mountains out of shame or fear for its life? Or maybe this Giant of Kandahar is a surviving Nephilim. The Nephilim, after all, are known to inhabit the whole world, but even more so in the Middle East up until the flood that was talked about in the Bible when Noah created the ark. The flood was actually brought on to kill off the Nephilim, but the Nephilim were known to live on in the Middle East, either side of the Great Flood. Nephilim is loosely translated to giant, and they were known to stand between 12 to 15 foot tall, and apparently they were the loved children between fallen angels and humans. Now, they were known to be extremely large and extremely strong. Now, did this Special Forces squad actually take out a Nephilim? That's just wild. Like, if that's true, taking out the love child of a fallen angel could explain why it took so much gunpowder to actually bring this creature down. But who knows? Is the story of the Giant of Kandahar actually true? Who knows? But at the end of the day, I've had encounters I've seen and recorded and even taken photos of creatures that aren't supposed to exist. So who knows what else is out there. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Hope you've enjoyed me getting into the story behind the Giant of Kandahar. And please don't forget to like and share this with your friends and family. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. I know the channel's pretty small at the moment, but I've got a bit in the works. I've got a heap of places I'll be investigating, and I've already got a long list of guests to come on the show. Many of them are from the United States and Europe, so the time zone difference is making it pretty tricky, but we'll get there eventually. Now, if you've encountered anything you'd like to come on and have a chat about in an episode, if there's something you'd like me to look into for a future episode, or there's somewhere in New South Wales you'd like me to go and investigate, just let me know in the comments below, or you can email me at creeperscryptid@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed another episode of Creepers Cryptid and Paranormal Corner. Keep safe out there, guys. Cheers.